Candidates for State Senator, District 9. Victoria Steele. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, victoriasteele4senate.com. As a two-term Legislative District 9 Arizona State Representative and current Arizona State Senator in the minority party, Victoria Steele knows how to work across the aisle to get things done for Arizona. Victoria co-authored a bill creating a task force to investigate missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, with a signing ceremony in the historic Capitol building. Out of the 300-plus bills signed into law, 8 were Democratic-sponsored bills, and 1 was Victoria's bill to help sexual assault victims get needed restraining orders. It passed unanimously. As a member of the Senate Water and Agriculture Committee, she was involved in passing the Drought Contingency Plan by deadline. Victoria helped to pass a Republican bill giving the survivors of child rape until age 30 to sue in civil court, also giving those victims that were time-barred and past the statute of limitation dates a 1-year window. Now, she is asking Arizona voters to re-elect her to the Arizona Senate to continue the work that she still needs to be done, and a dependable voice for those without one. In these times, more than ever, Arizonans need the experienced, steady, steel resolve that Victoria brings. Candidates for State Representative, District 9. Randall Randi. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.drfreezeforhouse.com. I have had the honor to serve as state representative for LD9 since 2015. I am also a physician, surgeon, as well as a retired professor of surgery at the University of Arizona College of Medicine, right here in Tucson. As a legislator, I believe it is the state's responsibility to ensure the core values of equality, opportunity, including equality of opportunity, and safety are reflected in its actions. During my tenure at the legislature, I have worked to support appropriate funding for public schools. I will continue to make appropriate funding and support for public schools a priority if re-elected in 2020. I also stand for a woman's right to make her own health care decisions, responsible gun safety legislation, access to quality health care, the ability of cities and towns to self-govern without undue preemption from the state, protection of our environment and natural resources, ensuring that exercising the right to vote is not restricted, and supporting infrastructure in Arizona, roads, highways, railways, technology growth, water conservation, as well as K-12 education and our universities. I believe that by supporting and growing Arizona infrastructure, small businesses will prosper and corporations will expand in Arizona, creating job growth and a robust economy. Brendan Lyons. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.lyons4az.com. Brendan Lyons is an energetic and results-driven candidate. Over the past decade, he's earned a positive reputation as a community leader and has developed a track record of winning quality of life improvements for Arizona. His journey into public service began when he fulfilled his childhood dream of becoming a firefighter. As a public safety advocate, he became concerned about distracted driving after responding to far too many crashes. In 2012, he launched Look, Save a Life in Southern Arizona, which fosters an environment of safety for all who utilize our public roads. A year later, he became a statistic of the very message he was advocating, struck from behind by a distracted motorist while bicycling. As he recovered, he threw himself into fighting for tougher laws against distracted driving, putting pressure on local jurisdictions throughout the state to adopt policies to make our roads safer. Then, in April 2019, Governor Ducey signed Arizona's hands-free bill into law. Brendan holds a master's in public administration, focusing in collaborative governance. Southern Arizona deserves a brilliant future, and Brendan Lyons will continue to be a results-driven leader who works across party lines to deliver on issues that we all care about. Pamela Powers Hanley. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, powersforthepeople.net. When I ran for the House in 2016, I promised to be the voice of the people. I believe that the legislature should work for the people and should fund the people's to-do list: education, infrastructure, healthcare, and security, and not the corporate wish list. If we want high-quality public education and good-paying jobs, we must invest in future generations. As a member of the Ways and Means Committee, I am a strong voice against fiscal irresponsibility and continued corporate tax giveaways, while Arizona families struggle with housing, food, and financial insecurity. Long before the world was rocked by the novel coronavirus, far too many Arizona children were living in poverty and suffering from the worst rate of adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, in the nation. In my 2 terms, I helped negotiate the Arizona Opioid Epidemic Act, pushed for millions of dollars in the COVID-19 funding, and fought for expanded access to affordable medical, dental, and mental health care. I am a strong supporter of worker rights, unions, and the ERA. I am a progressive Democrat and clean elections candidate. I don't take big money donations from corporations, special interest groups, or wealthy donors. I am your voice, not theirs.